可以把它吃掉吗？啊。
Yes, someone's literally ordered a duck on the internet. Woohoo! Have a look what I just got in the post. And this is what I ordered on the internet. Santa Cruz Surf Skate. There it is. I've wanted a Santa Cruz board since back in the day when I was a teenage tearaway, trying to skateboard down the hill in my little village and shredding the palms of my hands because I was going too fast and went flying off. And so I got this one. It wasn't too much, I think 500 RMB or so. That's about 50 quid, $70 US, something like that. And I met my mate at the Seahorse to go on a little adventure to find a few spots to skate and to explore around a little bit. The guy I'm meeting is a bit of a beginner skateboarder, but he was interested to have a go. And so we set off. We found ourselves up on this construction site. It's interesting views. And just a nice like snaking road, so you can bez around on the scooters a little bit. And we immediately got sidetracked. Immediately there was no skating happening. We were off doing all sorts of other things. And this is when it started here. Now, my mate Jamie, he is a art teacher by trade. So gets a bit excited by things like this. Just listen to him here. Here he goes.
Process where they'd stack the pots in a kiln with little shells in between the pots as props. They were propless firing, and then they would fire. And this kiln, that was a homemade kiln, sometimes it would collapse and there'd be bits of shell stuck to the pot, and the salt would cause a textured surface like an orange skin.
Now, anyone who has any idea what he's talking about, please do make a note of it in the comments, because I still haven't fathomed it out. I kind of realised he's just into the rust. Which bit are you talking about here?
All of this here.
Just this section here.
Look, I'll show you the photograph.
Because of the one and the square?
Yeah, look at that.
I was so confused, I fell down the bloody hill. No, he was interested in the aesthetics of it. I just liked beating this huge rusty cylinder. Which is what I do on a regular occasion, just to see what sounds come out of it. If you've never used your stick and slapped it against the side of a huge meaty cylinder, I can only recommend it. It's a very pleasurable experience. Anyway, we set off back down the construction road there. They're clearly going to build some villas or some such nonsense here, and it wasn't going to be the place to skate. Not for a beginner, anyway. I might have to go back there and check it out now. It might be just the place to skate all downhill. Quite fun if they've sorted the road out. Anyway, we're on to place number 2. There's a don't ask me what he's up to, off for his morning jobs. But there's this temple which we thought might have some potential. There was an issue.
You know, I've turned up when I've got this smell of melting plastic is.
An issue to sort out first. Turns out Jamie's exhaust guard is melting onto his exhaust. So pretty satisfying. Whipped out some tools and just set it straight. It's quite nice, isn't it, when you've got an issue, no matter how big or how small, if you can very quickly just get your hands on it and straighten stuff out. It's one of the most pleasing things in life, I'd go so far as to say. Yeah, so this temple, it's relatively new, but it's growing every year. And they have this network of paths up behind it, up the hill. You can see here there's a bit of a view. Not great weather, but it's nice to have a kind of a little mini hike and trek, and there's things to see and do. And just taking a romantic stroll through a bamboo thicket, as you do. Me and my good mate there. Awkward footfalls here. You may have noticed, the eagle-eyed viewers amongst you, because the steps are just a stupid length. grateful and thankful to put the ridiculous length steps behind me. We set off on this road that kind of curls round behind the temple. There was a weird sign there which we claimed ignorance of, and went underneath the colourful flags there, and hit immediately the same sign again, which clearly is telling you not to go in there. So we parked up and had a think.
Right, map time.
Take a look at the map and see if we could find anywhere else to go. And I was getting a bit hungry as well, getting a bit peckish at that point. But just nearby there was a kind of a reservoir thing which seemed to have a big open square area that we saw on the map, so we went to investigate. It turned out it was a big basketball court, but smooth and open and debris free largely, so a great place for a beginner to have a little go on the surf skate. So we stopped there. Really interesting bird calls and beautiful insects and flowers and just nature in general. And you can see my expert cinematography has meant that I've caught absolutely none of that, so you can't experience it, but just trust me, it was a lovely spot with a bit of nature. Anyway, this board is cracking. We've finally, after an eternity, got into the skating. This board is a cracker. Really liked it. And if you listen to it here, this was a while ago, I've had it a while now, but just listen to it. That is as smooth as a monkey's derriere, that. Right now it's got a bit of a rumble to it, because I guess the bearings are going a little bit, but there it's super smooth. Really sounds like a clean carve. Oh, magic. But I tightened up the trucks on it yesterday, and it's still running really nice, super smooth. Use it at least a couple of times a week. We'll take the kids out. Anyway, beginner intro lesson over and done with. We thought of one place down the coast that we might try, and we could also kill two birds with one stone by getting lunch in as well. So we had to drive through this construction site. Beautiful sea view on the right, scaffolding and nonsense on the left, but it's quite a fun ride, just rumbling through. We've stopped at Bohemia for a snack, and that, if you look out the window there, they had an open area, patio area, so we had a skate there and immediately realised this is exactly where we should have come to start with. It's a huge marina with open spaces and spots and different areas to skate, so that's what we did. We hung out there for an hour or so and had a great time. So if you've never tried surf skating, get yourself a Santa Cruz board and get on with it. Like and subscribe, yeah.